Obtaining a pilot's license and soaring the skies is a dream that few people get a chance to fulfill. It's expensive, it takes a lot of time, and there's that whole crashing thing that scares people off. But North Dakota State University President Joe Chapman has found an interesting alternative to climbing into the cockpit.
Model airplane is something I started way back when I was a kid. Do anything with a model airplane pretty much you can do with a real airplane. And I just thought, it's kind of a fun thing to do, and it turns out to be a terrific hobby for a university president because you got all the things you can do with them. You get to build them, you get to fly them, there's all kinds of, you can have competitions, you can do all sorts of things. Meet lots of people that share a common interest. It's a very popular, very big sport.
Dr. Chapman also appreciates the work at your own pace nature of his hobby.
Even in the summer when we're flying, I can run out to the flying field and in 15 minutes, fly for an hour and be back. So with 2 hours time, I can go out and fly a couple of my airplanes and come back and do some other things. In the evenings, like I said, in the winter when the snow's blowing, it's a terrific activity. I can go downstairs and glue a few things here and there.
But just like a real plane, bad weather keeps Chapman's plane grounded. When that happens, he simply turns to his computer.
Every morning when I get up, I get a cup of coffee, I go downstairs and get on my simulator and fly for a few minutes. It's a terrific thing. And on the simulator, you got all these different kinds of airplanes, including these big warbirds. Right now on one I'm flying, I've got it programmed in with the wind, so that when you're flying it, all of a sudden a gust of wind will catch the airplane so that you get used to compensating for wind. We have a lot of wind in North Dakota.
Safe from the wind indoors at the Westacre Shopping Center in Fargo, North Dakota, Dr. Chapman showed us his favorite model airplane.
Yeah, the plane that I've got on display is it's an SBD-3 Dauntless dive bomber, and it's modeled after planes that flew in the Battle of Midway in the Second World War. It's got a lot of mechanical things with it. As models go, it has dive flaps. All of the functions that you'd find in a real airplane are in that airplane, and so it's just a nice model to build. And it did win first place in the large-scale military aircraft today, so others liked it as well.
Some of the planes he competed against belong to members of the Valley RC Flyers Club, an organization that Chapman himself is involved in.
There's about 100 members in the club. We have our own flying field out at Craigness in Minnesota, about 15 acres, about a 900-foot runway, a grass strip, a lot of nice facilities, and on a really good day you could have 50 airplanes out there. So it's as busy as a real airport, and we treat it that way. We have flight patterns and all those things just like on real airports.
Hey, this sounds great, but what's all this going to cost me?
You can get into one of these for as little as a few $100s, or you can literally spend thousands of dollars on them.
But it's easy to forget the money and time involved when you get as much satisfaction from your hobby as Dr. Chapman does.
It's just a fun hobby. It's a good hobby.
From the Westacre Shopping Center with photographer Lisa Clout, this is Ryan Hamner for Campus News.